a cold Monday from me and Major. What a good boy. What you doing about here, buddy? Major, what you good boy? Oh, yeah, such a good boy. It's roomy back there, huh? You like it? He's a good boy. So I was dealing with a little bit of stuff yesterday, and just want to point it out for do-it-yourselfers or anybody who does trade work and stuff like that. We all know what inflation is. Well, we all know what the word is. Most people don't know that inflation is not the cost of goods and services increasing. It is the value of your fiat currency going down. So that's the reason why the prices go up, because the $1 that you had yesterday is now only the equivalent of 75 cents today, metaphorically. Of course, regarding the timeline stated there, I should hold my phone. I should hold it if I'm going to talk into it. Not a lot of people know what shrinkflation is, but it's a very real thing, and it's evidenced by, you go to the grocery store, and you got prices that are higher. We all know what that's all about. But sometimes you'll see things that the price hasn't really gone up on, but the box will be smaller. Shrinkflation, same thing. The value of your money cannot purchase 10 grams or ounces of Cheez-Its. That $2 can now only purchase 8 ounces. I don't think anybody buys Cheez-Its by the gram. Anyway, in addition to inflation and shrinkflation and all of that mess, I've also noticed a striking reduction in the quality of goods and materials in the marketplace, especially in the plumbing industry. If you know anything about gluing plastic pipes together, you got a primer and you have a solvent glue that is like a cement that actually breaks down the coupling and the pipe itself and causes it to fuse back together. So I noticed a couple of months ago, I bought some CPVC glue, and when I pulled the little dabber up out of the thing, I noticed that it was really thin and runny compared to what I was used to receiving as an OD product. And a lot of the times I like to use Christie's glue and primer for PVC, but they don't offer an option for chlorinated polyvinyl chloride, which is your, more waterline oriented, pressurized PVC piping. They only offer it for standard polyvinyl chloride piping, not CPVC, so forced to use the OD. Well, I used that, and I ended up having a glue joint fail on me, and the longer you let that stuff set, the better it works. But I still don't, I don't think that it's the same quality. It doesn't perform as well. So I also used some all-purpose cement on a job yesterday. This for CPVC, PVC, everything else. And I noticed a very marked lack of performance and an increased amount of time that had to be set before it could be handled or pressurized. Also, the things like the angle cut on standard pipe threading is not the same. You have to use a lot more pipe dope. You have to use a lot more torque on these fittings that you should not have to use. So just a heads up, just be cognizant of that. You're going to have to work a little bit harder and take some extra precautions, because the quality of things that you can get is not the same anymore. And you can really get yourself in a lot of trouble if you're not paying attention to that. I mean, water can cause more damage than, even electricity. You got to be careful when you're messing with people's homes and the stuff, and you're doing work on stuff like that. You got to be 100% on it. Due diligence, or you're going to get yourself in a lot of trouble. And the lack of quality of stuff out there is making that harder and harder every day. So just a heads up. Not quite so much a wake-up call, but it just goes along with everything else in the world these days, I think. It's all the same. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Lots of problems. We navigate through it. We look up. We pray. We hope. We love. And we live to fight another day. Peace.